Ladies and gentlemen, it is my hope that you are well and your evening is great. I'm fine, and this is Gashi's Kaman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Today, more like any other time, more than any other time in the history of this country, people have become very, very sensitive. They have been sensitized about politics. Never have we ever seen people being active politically as we are seen, and more so after this year's election was baggled by Wafula Chebukati. Kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba watu, the common man now, commonly referred to as Wajiko or Mama Boga, boda boda, mtu wa mkokoteni, they have become very sensitive. They have become aware of what is happening in the country. Today, as I was riding on a boda boda, the rider asked me one question: what is bottom up? And I was at a loss also to explain the meaning of bottom up, because according to the boda boda person, they were expecting to have things turn around when William Samoei Ruto took over the government. But people are not understanding what is the bottom up. Nothing is happening. Life is becoming very, very difficult. Kazi mitaani hakuna. And you see, there's one thing that William Samoei Ruto need to know. Anafaa kujua ya kwamba sio kila mtu ambaye anafikiri mambo ya nyumba. Wegi, if you ask me, common sense will tell you that food comes first before the shelter, and then the clothing. If somebody is clothed, kama mtu ana nguo na hana chakula, itambidi auze nguo ndio akule chakula, ndio ale chakula. Na even you not even think about the houses. So I don't think we have a housing crisis in this country. So when I saw him in Langata trying to launch the housing project, I was at a loss, because the current situation now calls for intervention, whether we like it or not. I think Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was mad. I think according to Kenya Kwanza, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was mad when he subsidized UGA, when he subsidized fuel. This video that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was very, very wise. He was a very, very wise man. He feared what I would call the UGA Revolution, which is a very dangerous thing. Where we are headed to, if William Samoei in the situation, people are going to be very, very bitter with him. I want to advise the government that people had no problem with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. For sure, it is only that the elections were rigged. And for those people who have been saying that Baba did not get votes from the mountain, I want to correct you today. And Baba had more than 1 million votes. He had a lot of votes in the mountain, but the votes were suppressed. And you know why they were suppressed? By the local agents and the international agents who fear his leadership. Again, when I heard him saying that people will have to wait for 1 year. 1 year till the prices of UGA comes down. I asked myself, telling a hungry person to wait. A hungry person is an angry person. A hungry person can eat roots, can eat berries, can eat anything, because he's desperate. He can do anything. It were better if he did not even be specific. It were better if he was not specific and talk about maybe just time in general, rather than waiting, telling hustlers to wait for 1 year. And before that 1 year, the price of UGA would have hit almost Kenya shilling 300 or 400. Again, I think Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta knew very well that even if we had subsidized fertilizer, a country like this, I think that it depends on the rain. And if the rain fails, it will make Ruto's effort nonsense. Kwa sababu the effort of giving fertilizers in a country where the rains are falling, all the seasons, where you cannot be able to predict what will happen tomorrow, whereby what are they going to do with the fertilizer? Are they going to eat this fertilizer? Because we don't have the rain. That's a fact. And it has taken long since rains came to this country. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho anafaa kujua ni kwamba Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta was trying actually, because the country is crying. People are suffering. Many people are sleeping hungry without food. If you go to northeastern, the semi-arid and the arid and semi-arid region, kusema kweli utadodokwa na machozi kutokana na yale ambayo unaona. Unakutana na watoto ambao wameenda siku 3 bila kula chakula. Unakutana na ng'ombe ambao wamekufa, gamia wamekufa kwa mamilioni. I'm telling you, if there's a place that is affected by this drought, it is the arid and semi-arid region, and it is affecting everybody. Kama kuna mtu ambaye amegogwa na mfumuko wa bei, because what we have is inflation in this country, because money is losing value every day. Money has no value in Kenya now. Mtu aliye na pesa ni kama ako na karatasi ndani mfuko, pesa ambazo hazina dhamani. And I'm telling you, even the people who are working for the government, even the people who are working for the company, they are not getting value for their money. Tena ukiangalia utaona kwamba wanazidi hata kutozwa kodi. Maisha yanazidi kuwa magumu kila uchao. Again, when you look at the hustlers, the tenants, the bodaboda guys, the mama bogas, watu wa kuchoma mahidi kado ya barabara, watu wa mitura, watu wa vichwa, I'm telling you, if there are people who are suffering in this country, it is what I call the sufferers. I call them the sufferers. Let us not call them the hustlers. Kwa sababu calling them hustlers is an understatement. And I think the high time this government realizes that some intervention is needed is very, very important. We have seen lorries of fertilizer being flagged off. Lakini hatuoni wakulima wakipokea these fertilizers. Where are they going? This is a question that need clarification. This is an area that Rigathi Gachagua need to clarify and tell us that and show us farmers receiving the fertilizers, because people are raising questions. Are the farmers getting these fertilizers? What are they doing? Because what we have is a country that is in high drama. Populist ideas, populist games that are not adding any value to this country. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaweza kusema ni kuwa ikiwa mvua haitanyesha, watu watalia zaidi. I can see a big problem ahead of us if this government is not going to address this issue. Kwa sababu kile ambacho tunaona ni political issues, people campaigning, the government campaigning for 2027, yet it clenched power, or whatever way it was used, because what happened is that they grabbed power, because power is grabbed, power is not given. Kwa wakati ambapo walinyakua uongozi, ilibidi wafanye kazi kwa bidii, wasahau kwamba kuna matatizo mengi ambayo yako pale. Kwa sababu kila mmoja nasikia popote ambapo unaenda kila mmoja analia. I was looking at some guys in the hotel. When they go there, the first thing is to look at the menu. Walia unaona jamaa anaangalia menu nini kutoka orodha ndefu, anaangalia. Some of them leave the hotel without buying anything, and you sympathize with them. Another man, I remember, with his family, had to move from the hotel because I think the money he had, that was yesterday, could not afford, could not be able to feed the family. Ni jambo ambalo limeleta matatizo mengi sana. And as this happens, William Samoei Ruto and his government, hakuna kitu ambacho tunaweza kusema wanafanya cha maana sana. Mpaka sasa, we are headed to the 100 days in office. Yet what we have seen are just political activities going on. Remember, we need to see things working. Musalia Mudavadi used to sing the song of pesa mfukoni. Ziko wapi hizo pesa ambazo walikuwa wanaahidi? Ziko wapi? And then they also used to say that the price of commodities would come down. Unfortunately, or ironically, the price shot up. Kwa kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba ni maisha kuzidi kwa magumu. And I can see people getting annoyed with this government. If things continue like this, people will be annoyed. And once people are annoyed, they become rebellious. And I think one reason why William Samoei Ruto was able to clinch the power is the way he was able to sell the hustlers narrative. I don't know what he will sell now, because wibohu hauna mahadhi sasa. And this word is rarely used even these days by the Kenya Kwanza government. They don't use it. The hustlers fund that is coming with interest may not even be accessible, may not even help the mama boga, may not even mtu wa mkokoteni as is expected. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tugeomba serikali hii ni serikali ijaribu kuwajali hasa kina mama ambao wana watoto na wana chakula, hasa wazee ambao wako pale, because there are so many the aged people, there are people who are almost even 100 years, they are not even getting the stipend from the government, kwa sababu pesa hizi huishia ndani ya mifuko ya mabwenyenye. And the hustlers, the so-called hustlers continue to suffer. The so-called mama bogas continue to suffer. The so-called commuters continue to suffer. Kwa maisha yanazidi kuwa magumu sana. And let us wait and see. Maybe kuna mambo ambayo wamepaga. Lakini sasa when you look at what is happening, we only see him dealing with political activities, but not economic activities. And maybe with time, maybe we can give him the benefit of doubt. But at the moment, nothing seems to be working. Nothing seems to be happening. They seem to be clueless. They seem not to have idea of what is happening. So if you're here for the first time and you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly do us a favor, like this video, comment, share, and our number is always there for those who want to reach us. And may you have a good evening. Bye.